absolutely beautiful. Just feeling into that beautiful, magnificent, brilliant, like my shorts, day it is in this community. And the laughter that is God. Laughter, love, beauty, joy. That's at the center of all beings in all life, and in the center of this community. And I celebrate that so deeply. It's that feeling of love, that belonging, that knowing of truth, that we all are these unique, beautiful individual expressions of the one mind, the one love, beauty, peace, joy. And one of my favorites, laughter. That brings me to that special place. The connection within, the joy. And I know that this God, this spirit that is connected within myself is also connected in each and every sentient being. That we are all expressing the beauty of God in all that we do. And I know that today is blessed with that beauty, with that joy, with that love, with that laughter, that connection. That we are blessed with the beautiful music, the words, the holding of light, all of the volunteers that come here every day to set up and to get this place going. We are blessed and very blessed, and it is good and very good, and I just simply allow this day to be as together we affirm, and so it is.
Susie Kussner, everyone. Those shorts are beautifully vibrant. I love them. Yeah, there you go. Beautifully vibrant. Susie Kussner, practitioner, deliverer of laughter and prayer today. And the beautiful Virginia James duo. Oh my gosh. I would take you every Sunday and open that way. Oh my gosh, I just didn't want to come back. So we'll get more of them in a little while. Hello, I'm Rev Charlene. It's my honor to be here Sunday morning with each and every one of you. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Temecula Valley. Don Taylor, our practitioner, is holding light in the back of the sanctuary for us. He's bathing this entire room and the valley and the world in his love and his light. And again, Susie Kussner, practitioner of service this morning. Our media and tech team, thank you, making it happen. We appreciate you. And like Susie said, you know, all the hands and hearts that lean into this place to make this special day happen. I am grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, you know, what we do here, every Sunday I say, who are we? We are CSL TV. I wanted to bring forward now Dr. Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Science of Mind, the teaching philosophy, not a religion, a teaching philosophy, studied many great masters. He studied all of the great faith traditions, philosophers, and one philosopher that he studied under or read his readings was Spinoza. I don't know if you know Spinoza, but he's rad. And Spinoza says, I have made a ceaseless effort not to ridicule, not to bewail, not to scorn human actions, but to understand them, and to understand them is to be free. And that's where my work is. That's where I lean in. That's what I'm constantly, I can't even kick myself anymore, kicking myself. Remember, Charlene, don't judge. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, she could do it. She could reach. Remember, don't judge. When I judge, when I scorn, when I ridicule, who am I imprisoning? Me. I'm only hurting myself. I'm only keeping my good from me. And I'm selfish, baby. I want more good. So I think just don't scorn, don't ridicule, don't judge. But, folks, the struggle is real. Sometimes it's very challenging not to judge. So, but I do love this Spinoza quote, so I'm bringing it forward today. So this is just some of who we are. We are a teaching philosophy that uses many, many different writers, authors, philosophers, studied persons, and we bring it all in under one umbrella because the golden thread of truth is running through all of it. So that is who we are, CSL TV. We are also, and I don't know if you know this, you two, but every Sunday I creep up on the camera and say hello to our friends out there using the Jaws theme. There is no pressure to do the Jaws theme, but the next time you come, Chris has got me. Hi, online. That was perfect. Thank you. Hi, online. Welcome. We love you. We love you. We love you. So grateful that you're here with us. I love reading the chat. Thank you, Janine, for being our Facebook hostess with the mostest this morning. We're also on YouTube, so thank you for being here. I love you. Mwah. Okay. Yay, online community watching all over the world at all times, all places. All right, so I'm going to call Susie Kussner back up for our spiritual reading of the day. Take it away.
So, full transparency, I really struggle with trying to find readings. So we have many books, right, to choose from in our home. And this one is probably read every single one. And I've read maybe like 3. And once I read it, it kind of just floats away and I forget about it. I'm in the present moment. And I don't think about readings and stuff. And, much like other people will go, oh, yeah, I remember this one quote from this book. And I'm like, how do you do that? So I go to, and I just kind of look through all the books. Anyway, I found a book written by, some of you know, Ernest Holmes, How to Change Your Life. I thought it would, I've got to bound to find something in here. So I did. So here we go. I don't know. You know that there is a God power at the center of every person's being, a power that knows neither lack, limitation, fear, sickness, worry, nor imperfection. But because you are an individual, you can build a wall of negative thoughts between yourself and this perfection. The wall which keeps you from your greater good is built of mental blocks, cemented together by fear and unbelief, mixed in the mortar of negative experience. It is not necessary that impoverishment and pain accompany you in your experience through life. Your knowledge that the great I am is ever available gives you an increasing capacity to draw upon it and to become inwardly aware of the presence of spirit within you. Through the quiet contemplation of the continuous activity of spirit, learn to look quietly and calmly upon every false condition, seeing through it to the invisible side of reality, capital R, which molds conditions and recreates all of your affairs closer to a divine pattern. With a penetrating spiritual vision, you can dissipate the obstruction, remove the obstacle, dissolve the wrong condition. And so it is.
See, beautiful reading. Thank you. All right. So this morning we have a beautiful duo with us. They've been fun. Thank you so much for the Jaws. That was great. I put you on the spot and you were like, I'm on it. Yeah, thank you for that. So this, are you personal friends with Diego? So personal friends of Diego Mondragon. So Diego referred them to us, and I'm super excited that you're here. So this is the point in time where I get to introduce them and embarrass them, but they don't mind because you're both brilliant. So this is the Virginia James duo. They're originally from the Boston area, Massachusetts. We have some Boston folks in the house.
Hey guys.
And they have performed from Fenway Park to Harvard University. And this is my favorite. I love that you put this in there. The Gilded Age area of Newport Mansions of coastal Rhode Island. I love the Gilded Age. That's one of my jams. This is Alicia and Chris, and they bring a diverse set of skills and influences to the table. They combine vocal harmonies, guitar, bass, violin. They deliver a wide variety of genres from classical to pop. I've listened to some of their music online. They are singers and songwriters. They have a couple albums, After the Storm Clears and also Time and Time Again. You can find all their music on Apple, Spotify, Amazon. They also have a website, virginiajamesmusic.com. So please welcome the Virginia James duo.
So maybe just a little bit about this song, if that's okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to turn my mic off. Look at that. Thank you.
This song's actually it's an original song of ours. It's as of yet unreleased, so not too many folks have heard it. Yeah. But I think sort of coincides with the reading today because the song is about maybe a young person who's feeling the friction in the world, right? And kind of makes that decision, although maybe it's not necessarily a conscious one, but you start to erect the wall, to kind of protect your heart from the outside because of its sometimes abrasive nature. And so you make that agreement with yourself, and then years and years later, after that agreement is made, it starts to break down. You start to feel that yearning for, center again. So that's what this song is about. It's called All I've Wanted. Recall the day you tucked your heart away behind the other toys you've parted with. And from that place you find, at least from time to time, a quiet longing hidden deep inside you. All I've wanted is to know you, and I'm slowly learning how to. All I've wanted is to see you through this thin disguise. We're letting go of what is yours and what is mine. It's getting easier and easier each time to leave the future to the future and the past behind. It was always true, this love in me for you. You've come too far to up and leave it. You know we'll find a way It'll be okay. I know sometimes it's hard to see it now. All I've wanted is to know you, and I'm slowly learning how to. All I've wanted is to hear you speak to me out loud. We're letting go of what is yours and what is mine. It's getting easier and easier each time to leave the future to the future and the past behind. This could be the day we give our hearts away.
Thank you. So you might have noticed, Susie and I are like bawling our eyes out in the front row. Thank you. We're going through an experience right now personally that song hits every note. Chef's kiss. So thank you for that. You can stay up here with me or you can sit. I would love either way. So whatever you would like. Yeah, so sidebar. Susie and I are under the no coincidences game of life. Going through a personal struggle at home with a beloved who will be named nameless. But we're managing, we're getting through, but so perfect that song because we are right now letting go so that we can come back together and find our center. So it was like every lyric was like perfect. So now I'm, get myself together. So thank you for your patience. But yes, we cry here. We laugh at Susie's jokes and we also cry. It's all good. Everything is welcome here. So finding that friction that has been totally evident in my life right now. Every talk, by the way, is written for me. It is only for me. I hope you get something from it, but it's usually for me. And this month is the fear and the furious. And today we're going to really go into we're going to find the friction. We're going to find those friction points in our life, the fear. We're going to talk all about it, but it really does work. When you lean into it, I want to lean out. I want to be like, no, I don't like the heat. But when you lean into it, you can find fierce clarity and it will direct you and guide you. And so our qualities today are power and balance and fierce grace. So last week, beautiful Lorelei came and talked to us about anger. It was delightful. I loved it. Yes, she was great. Yes. It was for her. Of course it was. And so she really instructed us to be curious with our anger, right? It was so good for me because there have been some times just last night where I was very angry. And I thought of your teaching and I was like, I appear to be angry after I've sworn on the phone for 5 minutes. I appear to be angry. But just leaning into that curiosity and just having an awareness of our emotions and where we're at. So today we are leaning in further. We're going to really lean into the friction because when we do, it can enhance, it can fuel our fire to have a better life experience, freer, more evolved, more consciously aware. Because life is just lifing. There are so many things to be afraid of, to be fearful of, to avoid. So many things that cause friction in our lives. The fear of lack, death, fear of separation. Are any of these hitting buttons? Fear of acceptance, fear of failure. Oh, here's one, fear of public speaking. That's a big one for some people. I'm curious about that, right? But we could just go on and on. There's so many things in our life that we can choose to be afraid of. So many folks living in fear right now. How do we know this? How do we know that there is a culture of fear on this planet? We know by the life experience that is out picturing in front of us. War, right? Killing. That reflects the race consciousness of this planet, that war seems to be okay. It seems to be an acceptable mode of communication. I disagree with that, obviously, by my tone, but the outpicturing in the world is a direct reflection of what we believe. Now, I personally would like it to shift and move in a way where it's more compassionate, more loving, more communicative, based on dialogue versus threat or physical harm to persons. That would be my desire. I think it's all of your, I see heads nodding. I think it's all of our desire that maybe would be the way we would initiate our communications with one another. Dr. Ernest Holmes says, though, that, and I agree with him, the average person lives largely from fear. There is fear of death, fear of illness, fear of lack, fear of acceptance. When we come to understand that fear is an absence of faith, and we embody unity and goodness, our fears can then be released. We have access to our good. All we have to do is claim it. There is no limit to abundance. Love is the driving force that unites us with the universe. As we live from love, we embrace wholeness for all people. Can you imagine a world where we live from love first and embrace all people? Might we have so many world conflicts? We might have some. We are human, by the way. But as we live from love, it's like that ripple, right? The pebble that's in the water, and then it expands and it expands and it expands. So I am just asking today for us to approach the fear, approach the friction, having an awareness of where these friction points are in our lives, and then we can create something new, right? Friction, I tried it, maybe many of you saw my little video. You know how hard it is to make a dang fire? Firefighter Craig knows. He runs to them and puts them out. But it's really, 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 really hard to make a fire out in the wild without a match or a device to rub a stick. Yeah. It's really, really tough. But when you make a fire, right, it's life-sustaining. We cook on it. We get warmth from it. It's life-sustaining. So fear or friction can be a teacher for us, a means to access a false belief that we might have, a thought that is not serving us, so we can address it more constructively. I'm just asking us to lean into where our friction points are honestly. We got to be honest. Got to be honest. So that way we can learn from it. Now, I love Marcus Aurelius. I have to get rid of my Kleenex here. I love him, right? Do we know him? He was a Roman emperor, very powerful. I think at one time he was thought of to be the most powerful man in the world. And he wrote in his journal, which is a gift to us. We have his journals. It's called Meditations. He was writing in his journal to himself. some beautiful wisdom teachings come from those pages. And he said, what stands in the way is the way. He wrote that himself. What stands in the way, Marcus, is the way. He never intended these to be published, to be known. It was his private diary. And he might have been referring to the challenges of that time. He was involved in wars. He was trying to navigate politically a group of people, the Roman Empire. He also buried like 6 of his kids. He had a rough life. And so many think that this particular quote, what stands in the way is the way, was mainly contributed to people that were challenging in his life, like people around him. What's in the way, wait, where is it again? What stands in the way is the way. The way is that person trying to irritate you. It is the perfect place to practice your own learning, leaning in. That annoying person becomes your classroom. So again, I'm feeling some friction here. I'm recognizing some fear or anger or annoyance. I can approach it or I can avoid it. You choose. I know a lot of times I avoid it. Now, many of you know, many of you don't know, that I donated a kidney. So I donated a kidney in 2022 to a friend of mine. So total honesty here, probably for a year, I thought everything was fine. I was like, dude, I got this. I'm me. I'm Charlene. I could do anything. And I did all the tests, and I did all the hospital visits, and I was like, Supergirl, I'm going to donate a kidney. And then at the very end, we sat down with this beautiful doctor. She was so great. And she looked right at Susie and I, and she said, all right, we have to have the tough conversation now. And I was like, what is this you're referring to? She's like, you need to be very aware that you could die from this procedure. And we had the hard conversation in her office. I'll never forget it. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I could die. Like, she gave percentages. It scared the you-know-what out of us. And we drove home after that. It was very quiet in the car. And it's those moments where you just get like, hit, that you get clarity. The clarity for me in that moment was what's important to me. My kids, my wife. It was like everything else just grayed out. I didn't care about work. I didn't care about extended family. I didn't care about friends. I just focused on that is important to me. Excuse me. Should I turn the lights on? Because now it's too dark. Okay, watch this. Watch this. Anybody a fan of Arthur the movie? Watch this. Look, honey. Instant on lighting. This apartment has IOL. Instant on lighting. All right, much better. Yeah, thank you. So it gave me that clarity. Like, okay, this is real. I'm still going to do it. But it really honed me in on what was important in my life in that moment. It was like I just zoned in on it. So when we feel that and we can approach it versus avoid it, because the whole rest of the time, honestly, I was a little Pollyanna-ish. I really was. I was bypassing. I was like, I think it's going to be fine. I'm going to donate my kidney, and he's going to be great, and I'm going to be great. And it was all great. But the reality was, this is serious. This could kill me. It might not work out. All of that kind of converged. Just went, okay. Now the choice is mine. Do I want to do it? But it gives you just that clarity. Avoidance versus approach. So we're going to talk about this. There's two operating systems we can think about: avoidance or approach. All right. So avoidance is to avoid pain, embarrassment, rejection, right? All the things. I'm going to avoid it. So avoidance says, I want a new job because I hate my boss. I want to lose weight because I hate my body. I want to leave this relationship because I'm miserable, right? That's avoidance. That's the energy. The energy, can you see where just in these statements, the energy stays connected to the very thing I want to avoid? I'm affirming the avoidance, right? Whereas when you do approach leans in. I want work that allows my gifts to flourish. Can you feel the difference? I want a stronger body so I can fully enjoy my life. I want a relationship built on honesty and joy. Moving toward something. Entirely different consciousness just in this approach. One fueled by fear, avoiding. The other fueled by vision. Vision. So the choice is ours. We can avoid. I've done my fair share of avoiding. Or we can approach. We can lean into the friction. Can we transmute it into a better spiritual demonstration in our lives? Now remember, on this physical plane, those of you who are physicists and engineers, I see you, friction slows things down. Right, Jim? Okay. Friction slows things, right? So might this same principle be true in our spiritual development, in our consciousness development? Do we want to slow down our conscious development? I don't. I want to speed it up. So when we become more aware of our friction points in our lives, our fear-based living points, we can shift those behaviors and claim a new mental equivalent. And in doing so, we lessen the friction. And we increase the speed of our spiritual development to demonstrate the freedom, the love, the abundance. You choose what you want to put in there. Now, Pema Chodron says the spiritual journey involves going beyond hope and fear, stepping into unknown territory, and continually moving forward. Stepping into unknown territory. This might be unknown for a lot of us, to lean into the friction and investigate. So I just want to ask you today, where are your friction points? Where are your fear points? Where are they? Do you have one? Can you name one? Where's a friction point in your life? What? Our sons. When you name it, you can do something about it. What else? What else are we afraid of? What bugs us? What causes that friction? Traffic. Right. What else? Wife? Yes. Partners, spouses. What else? Disability. Yeah. Politics. Here's another one. Death. There's a lot of fear around death and transition. But when we can lean in, the friction point, traffic, politics, lean in, think about it. Okay, why does this bother me? Why am I agitated? It's okay that you're agitated. We're human beings having a human experience. I get agitated all the time. Why am I agitated? Okay, this pisses me off. I'm frustrated. I'm impatient. I'm whatever the word is. The goal is to then shift that. Now I have a conscious awareness about what it is. I'm not just bypassing it. I'm aware. Now I can think constructively to its opposite. What can I do in this time when I'm stuck in traffic? I can listen, I can do something constructively. I can do a spiritual practice. What can I do when I'm frustrated with politics in the world, the culture, the race consciousness? I can meditate on peace. I can pray on peace. I can do something. That to me is expansion, right? That's the approach, not avoidance. So can we speed up versus slowing down? Because all of that just gives us clarity. Clarity. Once it's been identified, you can transmute it and replace it with another thought. Just replace it with another thought. Go there. That's that fierce clarity. And it's not passive. It's like active. It supercharges you. I had an experience last night with my son. Very frustrating. He pissed me off big time. I'm very angry. I'm angry still. No, yeah. That's why I have such an emotional reaction to the song. It's still in there. But this morning I woke up with fierce clarity. I have a boundary. This is it. I love you, and this is my boundary. And I'm going to hold that boundary for myself. And it eases that tension I feel. I have clarity around it. I feel like I'm doing something. I'm not just passively suffering. So it really does work. I like this quote from Chuck Palahniuk. I'm butchering your name, Chuck. I'm so sorry. He wrote a book called Invisible Monsters, and he writes in there, find out what you are afraid of and go live there. Find out what you are afraid of and go live there. What's the worst that's going to happen? Okay, we could deal with a little fear. But you'll go through it, and you will go through that friction point, and you will be better on the other side. I swear you will. Okay, one more time. Dr. Ernest Holmes says this: the only true answers come within. We all have the answer. We each and every one of us has everything we need to answer it. It exists in us. There's nothing out there that will bring us unhappiness or fulfillment. As we express the Christ in us, we awaken others. There's no difference between us and Jesus, except that he knew beyond any doubt or fear that he was not separate from God. He stood steadfast in his divinity and acted from his spiritual source. When you know your unity, when you know that nothing can keep you from your good, there's nothing to be afraid of, because you are unified with Source. Ram Dass, my beloved, my guru, says, fear is a protective mechanism. When you experience fear, you are caught in your separateness, feeling of being cut off or vulnerable. When you know your unity, you don't have that experience. When you know your unity and your wholeness, you don't have that experience. You just don't. So our spiritual practices, knowing our wholeness, our innate connection and unity, can serve us in leaning into the fear or friction, uncover it for what it really is, and move into love in a greater way. So can we reframe and reprogram these approaches instead of avoiding? Approach. So if what I'm afraid of is, can I approach it by, If what I'm afraid of is, right? Fear isn't telling you what to avoid. It's revealing what you value. Okay, one more time. I'm going to say it again for the cheap seats. Fear isn't telling you what to avoid. It's revealing what you value. Last night, I was pissed. I was upset. I value respect. I was not feeling respected. My anger, my fear of separation from my child and his behavior, which he gets to have, by the way, was indicating a value set for me of respect that felt challenged. Now, if I was like Ram Dass and he was sitting on the bed next to me, he'd be like, I wouldn't have felt the anger. I wouldn't have lashed out, because I would know my wholeness. I would know my unity in such a way that nothing can touch me. Not even this disrespect, that I feel I'm feeling. So if what I'm afraid of is being rejected, can I approach it by allowing myself to be known? If what I'm afraid of is failure, can I approach it by trying something I can't guarantee? If what I'm afraid of is being alone, can I approach it by letting myself reach out? If what I'm afraid of is being seen, can I approach it by telling one person the truth? These are ways to approach. So I'm just encouraging you to find your friction points. We all got them. Think of one this week. Be honest about it. And think about how you could approach it. And see if you can transmute it. Teilhard de Chardin said this. It's one of my favorite quotes in the whole world. Someday, after we have mastered the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we will harness for God the energies of love. And then for the second time in the history of the world, man will have discovered fire. So it is. Mwah. All right. Another warm welcome for the Virginia James duo with their second song. Oh, The Man in the Mirror. We know this one.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. See the kids in the street, not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know that I'm starting with the man in the mirror. And I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. Oh, I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. Things I realize there are some with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no ways to be. That's why I'm starting with me, and I'm starting with the man in the mirror. And I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. And I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. And I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer.
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. You got to get it right while you got the time, because when you close your heart, then you close your mind. I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Thank you, guys. Thank you. That was just what I needed. Oh, now I feel supercharged. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'd like to ask our ambassadors, I think that's Jules and Kathy, to come on up with their cutie pie little baskets. These are our ambassadors who greet us at the front when we come up. They set up all the tables. I'm so grateful. And so this is an opportunity for us to lean into, we could lean into some friction here about giving, right? That was something I had to work through too, my friends. I did. And now it's spiritual practice for me. And I am so grateful. So many ways to support this community. Venmo, PayPal, auto tithing every month. See Cecilia if you want to sign up for auto tithing, where you know you've got $40 coming out every month to support the center. Means so much to the board and myself. And we are working on, we are putting money away to our seed capital for our next new home. So I'm very grateful for all of that. So if you would take your offering, your tithe, just put it right on your heart, and let's just breathe. Some up-leveling spiritual development through the sacred practice of giving. As we give, the universe responds by giving back. It is a beautiful reciprocity that we get to participate in. So I am grateful for this spiritual practice, for supporting this center with its music and its youth and family programs and its hospitality, all the ways that this center touches lives and hearts and changes the world. I am grateful. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is. So please join me in our affirmation of abundance, which is divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now. Ooh. Do you sing God is my source?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sing so I don't have to. How lucky are we? God is my source. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Peace. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Joy. Joy is my source. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy is my power. Me everything I need. So I give thanks. For all my blessings. Give me everything I need. God is my source. God is my source. God is my power. God is my power. Give me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings.
God gives me everything I need.
Leanne, there she is, Miss Ann Green. Please come here for our announcements this morning. Thank you.
Good morning. All right, we are continuing the EFT tapping practice in the Peace Garden today after service. We're going to go in the conference room instead, but we're still continuing it. It just won't be in the Peace Garden. Okay, we start at 11:45. Please join Daniel Baer or Ann Woodward for instructions on this wonderful self-care practice known as EFT, which is proven to reduce stress and anxiety within the body. Our yearly Gifts of Spirit Bazaar is Sunday, November 8th. We are looking for vendors within our congregation to participate in this fundraiser for our center. All items sold must be handmade by the artist. Bonnie Mraz and Ann Woodward will be in the breezeway on Sundays, August 2nd through the 30th. Please stop by the table to reserve your space. The fee is $30. We accept cash, check, bank card, and Venmo. Spaces are limited. Please call up Jackie Cope. Come on up for more on the Divine Wholeness event coming in October and a special outing in September to the San Manuel Powwow. Here's Jackie Cope.
Hello, you can call me up. I don't know if Charlene told you, but we are going on a field trip as a center. In September 19th, we are going to go to the San Manuel Powwow out at Cal State San Bernardino. It's beautiful grounds. It is wonderful. Have any of you ever been to a powwow? Oh, good. Some people. So in preparation for that, September 2nd at 6:30 p.m. via Zoom, I'm going to host a webinar, whether you've been to a powwow or you have not, and we're going to go over do's and don'ts, what to expect. What type of dancing are you seeing? What type of songs are you hearing? What language is it? So we can go over all of that stuff. So if you have questions beforehand, we can address those. And then while we're there, I'll be there to answer the questions that I can. There are 574 federally recognized tribes in America, so I will do my best. But it's always a learning curve. So if you've been to a powwow, there's things to learn. And I want to get specific on Kuya that makes these Southern California powwows unique and different from other parts of the country. And thank you. Very exciting. October 25th, the Divine Wholeness is going to have another healing event, except it's going to look different than what we've been doing. We've been using the sanctuary, and you've been signing up for a slot and a time to come receive healing. This time, we are going to be out in the parking lot, and we have room for about 35 vendors to sign up. If you're a CSL member, all of you guys, you can sign up for a vendor space for free. So you can share any of your talents or gifts. It can be physical art. It can actually be healing touch or Reiki, whatever it is that you have, please sign up. That'll be on the email. So if you're not in our newsletter, please do, because that will be how you get the application to sign up for the healing fair in October 25th. Applications, I want them due by September 9th so that the Divine Wholeness team, we have time to plan and put everybody in their little spot. So thank you. Maligi Gabagi.
Hey, that's exciting. This month, our Soul Treks journey brings us to the Santa Margarita River Trail, a lush riparian corridor that winds through one of the last free-flowing rivers in Southern California. This trail is a sanctuary of sycamores, coast live oaks, cottonwoods, and granite-lined pools, a living reminder of how water shapes and sustains life, even in the hottest months of the year. This hike will be Saturday, August 29th, 8 to 10 a.m. There is a sign-up sheet with a QR code to register on the activities table. Gifts of Spirit is holding their monthly meeting this Monday at 6:30. The meeting will be a special night of creative fun and sharing. We will go back in time about 25 to 30 years and enter the cube. Have you experienced it? Come and have some fun. We will meet at the home of Ann Woodward. More information on the Gifts of Spirit group can be found on the activities table. And I would like to welcome Eric for more information on our August theme brunch.
Thank you. Hi. All you beautiful people. I love being up here. So the month is moving fast. We're already next week in our third Sunday of the month, and we all know what that means. It's our monthly themed meal, our event. Food, music, decor, community, friendship. This month, our theme is Summer of Love, 1967. So, like before, we're looking for volunteers to help set up, take down. We're looking for gifts of food offering to spread the joy. There isn't a food specific theme, it's just community meal. So back in the 60s, when people gathered, it was large batches, single dish type things. So some's vegetarian, some not. I am embracing the Beatles in that the food that I'm creating, both vegetarian and carnivore, will be Indian. Okay, not spicy, not hot and spicy, just flavorful. So the gifts, food gifts doesn't have to follow that, but anything is acceptable. Okay. Well, thank you. I hope to see everyone there. Oh, one thing. Theme dress is usually not asked for, but if you feel the need to bring out your internal hippie, it's welcome. We are going to have a photo op specifically for that. Okay?
Yep, love
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, Eric, everyone. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh, what a vibrant center we are. We have so much going on. One more note for the Divine Wholeness event in October with Dr. Jackie. I'm asking practitioners and ministers to be present. I would love to do pet blessings in the Peace Pole Garden. So we're going to celebrate St. Francis of Assisi. His day is in October. So we're combining that. We're also going to do pet blessings. So we can bring our beloved pets. All are welcome for that. So it's time for prayer. So if you are a licensed practitioner or a minister, please stand and come forward or stand where you are. We're going to join together in some prayer together. These are our prayer practitioners who are trained in the art and science of spiritual mind treatment, which is affirmative prayer. We have a prayer box in the back of the sanctuary. If there's anything heavy on your heart, like me, I'm going to put a prayer request in right now for clarity around boundaries and peace in my mind and heart. That's what I want these practitioners and you as practitioners to know for me. Prayer works. So I encourage you, if there's anything on your heart or mind, you want more abundance, life is going great, you want more great, put a prayer in the prayer box, see a practitioner after service. They're in chairs right there along in the breezeway, and have a quick 5-minute prayer with a practitioner, okay? So let's just go within, soften the eyes, close the eyes, take a breath, and soften in, go within, remember the truth of our being. As I know and affirm, God, Spirit, divine source is love. It is the love that is expressing itself and creating more of itself and revealing itself in all matter of form and personality. There is no place where God is not present, because God is the all and the everything. And so I know that each beloved here and beyond, we are all beautiful expressions of God in our way. In our thoughts, in our words, in our actions, we are God in form. And so I know and affirm by speaking my word now that we approach fear and friction any challenges in our life, we move to that position of approach with love in our hearts and minds, leaning into anything that is challenging us, to know that we have a greater experience on the other side of it, that we can find that clarity, that deep clarity, that fierce clarity through any challenge, and know an expanded and enhanced experience on the other side of it. And so I know that there is love here. I know compassion and grace and beauty all reside within each one of us. And we go within to allow a deeper, greater expression of those God qualities in our lives, fulfilling us, expressing as us, leading us into greater freedom and abundance and love. And so I know and affirm this for each and every one of us, a greater expression of love, a love that changes the world. And so I am thankful for this. I place my word into the action of the law where I know it is already done in the mind of God. And together we affirm, and so it is. Thank you. So let's stand together. We're going to close with the peace song with the Virginia James duo, Chris and Alicia. And please go see them after service and chat them up. And I can't wait. I want to know when that song is released so I can get it, because it will remind me of this day when I approached love in a greater way. Thank you. So let's sing together the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, family all are we. Let us walk all together in perfect harmony. Let there begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace and unity. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Well, Sunday and a beautiful week. Approaching. I love you. I'll see you in the social hall.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we'll let you guys know.
This one? Yeah. Taylor. Thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, she's got that.